Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Curse of Oak Island Preview. Professor Gasbani says Templar Knights built stone piles on Lot 15. On The Curse of Oak Island, the guys learn that the Templar Knights built the stone piles found on Lot 15 as evidence mounts that the medieval order was on the island in the 13th century. This week's episode is The Curse of Oak Island, Season 11, Episode 17, and the History Channel has named the show Piling On. The last couple of episodes have seen the Lagina brothers becoming increasingly convinced that some major human activity occurred on the island in the 13th century. The guys theorize that these humans were pre-Columbus Europeans from the medieval order of Templar Knights. Last week, Rick decided it was time to recruit archaeoastronomer Professor Adriano Gasbani to see if he could investigate whether or not the stone cairns on Lot 15 were built in alignment with the stars. The hope was that Gasbani could then determine who made them and when. In this week's preview, Gasbani confidently told the guys that the Templar Knights built the stone cairns. If true, this could completely rewrite the history of North America and maybe lead to the discovery of ancient Christian relics, such as the Ark of the Covenant on Oak Island. According to the History Channel episode synopsis, Nolan's Cross is also somehow connected to this theory. The synopsis reads, as the team makes contact with the elusive tunnel under the garden shaft, an exciting new scientific theory surfaces which suggests a connection between Nolan's Cross and the Knights Templar. Last year, Gasbani claimed Nolan's Cross was built in 1200 AD, and a couple of weeks ago, another expert suggested the stone feature pointed to the garden shaft. Surveyor Steve Guptill subsequently confirmed the expert could be right with his analysis. Evidence of Templar Knight and 1200 AD activity on Oak Island is building up. The team has heard dozens of theories over the years, but it seems as though recent theories have started to link together and are beginning to match what the guys are finding on the ground. Also, on tonight's show, Gary and Jack Beckley will uncover another artifact, which Gary suspects could be medieval and Jack thinks could be related to the lead cross. The lead cross, found at Smith's Cove in 2017, dated to the 13th or 14th century and was made using material from the south of France. It's thought it may be a Templar artifact. The Oak Island team pulls a depositor beam out of the garden shaft. Meanwhile, at the garden shaft, it looks like the guys have actually pulled up an old beam from the tunnel under the shaft. From the shape of the beam, they suspect this is original depositor work. In the preview, Duma miner Roger Fortin claimed he's been in many old mines and has never seen anything like this before. Gary called it a piece of Oak Island money pit history. If this solid-looking beam does turn out to be the work of the original depositors, then the guys might be on the cusp of finding some serious treasure. In the latest episode of the captivating series, The Curse of Oak Island, a thrilling new theory has emerged from the depths of history, promising to add yet another layer of intrigue to the centuries-old mystery. As the Lagina brothers and their dedicated team continue their relentless pursuit of the island's secrets, they are joined by a guest who brings a fresh perspective that could potentially reshape their understanding of Oak Island's enigmatic past. Enter Professor Giorgio Gasbani, an esteemed historian and archaeologist with a particular fascination for the medieval era, who has recently turned his scholarly attention to the puzzling stone piles on Lot 15. Professor Gasbani, with his scholarly demeanor and piercing gaze, stands before the camera, surrounded by the verdant landscape of Oak Island. His weather hands gently caress the ancient stones as he speaks with a blend of academic precision and passionate enthusiasm. The evidence as I see it, he begins, his voice resonating with authority, points to the involvement of the Templar Knights in the construction of these stone piles. The camera zooms in on the intricately arranged stones, their surfaces weathered by centuries of exposure to the elements. The stones are meticulously stacked, forming small cairns that seem almost ceremonial in their arrangement. To the untrained eye, they might appear as mere piles of rocks, but to Professor Gasbani, they are a tangible link to a shadowy past shrouded in secrecy and legend. The Templar Knights, a medieval Christian military order, have long been the subject of fascination and speculation. Founded in the early 12th century, the Templars were originally tasked with protecting Christian pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land. Over time, they amassed great wealth and power, becoming a formidable force in medieval Europe. However, in the early 14th century, the order was abruptly disbanded by Pope Clement V under pressure from King Philip IV of France, leading to widespread arrests, trials, and executions of its members. One of the enduring mysteries surrounding the Templars is the fate of their vast treasure. According to legend, the Templars managed to hide their riches before their arrest, ensuring that it would never fall into the hands of their persecutors. Over the centuries, numerous theories have emerged regarding the treasure's location, with Oak Island often mentioned as a possible hiding place. Professor Gasbani's theory posits that the stone piles on Lot 15 are, in fact, markers left by the Templars to guide future generations of their order to the hidden treasure. These cairns, he explains, gesturing to the stones, are not random. Their alignment and composition suggest a deliberate effort to create a map of sorts, a cryptic guide for those who would come after. To bolster his argument, Professor Gasbani presents a series of historical documents and maps, meticulously comparing them with the layout of the stone piles. The camera captures close-ups of aged parchment, covered in cryptic symbols and faint lines that mirror the arrangement of stones on the island. His analysis reveals a striking correlation between the ancient maps and the cairns, suggesting that the Templars employed a sophisticated system of geospatial markers. The Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty, listen intently, their expressions a mix of skepticism and excitement. Rick, the more introspective of the two, strokes his chin thoughtfully. "If what you're saying is true, Professor," he says slowly, "then these stones could be the key to unlocking the entire mystery of Oak Island." Marty, ever the pragmatist, chimes in. "But how do we prove it? How do we know that these stones are more than just a coincidence?" Professor Gasbani smiles, his eyes gleaming with the thrill of discovery. "We must look deeper. We need to investigate the stones themselves, analyze their composition, and see if we can find any inscriptions or markings that have survived the ravages of time. Additionally, we should explore the surrounding area for any other signs of Templar activity." The next scenes depict the team hard at work, employing cutting-edge technology and age-old archaeological methods to examine the stone piles. Ground-penetrating radar, LIDAR scanning, and painstaking manual excavation all come into play as they seek to uncover the truth. As the cameras follow their progress, viewers are treated to a fascinating blend of science and history, underscored by the ever-present sense of adventure that defines the curse of Oak Island. As the days pass, tantalizing clues begin to emerge. The stones, upon closer inspection, reveal faint engravings that appear to correspond with Templar symbols. Moreover, the team discovers a series of subterranean chambers and tunnels beneath Lot 15, suggesting a complex network of hiding places that could very well date back to the medieval period. One particularly dramatic moment occurs when the team unearths a weathered piece of parchment, carefully preserved in a waterproof container. The parchment bears the unmistakable seal of the Templar Knights, along with a cryptic message written in Latin. The translation, provided by Professor Gasbani, sends chills down the spines of everyone present. "To those who seek, know that the truth lies beneath the stones, where the light of faith shall guide you." The discovery of the parchment sparks a renewed sense of purpose among the team. They realize that they are on the verge of uncovering something truly extraordinary, a direct link to the legendary Templar Knights and their hidden treasure. The final scenes of the episode leave viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the next installment in this thrilling saga. As the credits roll, The haunting melody of the show's theme music echoes in the background, leaving a lingering sense of mystery and anticipation. The Curse of Oak Island, with its blend of historical intrigue, relentless exploration, and the indomitable spirit of its cast, continues to captivate audiences, drawing them deeper into the enigma that has baffled generations. In this latest chapter, Professor Gaspaini's theory about the Templar Knights and the stone piles on Lot 15 offers a tantalizing glimpse into a possible solution to the island's greatest mystery. Whether or not the team will ultimately succeed in uncovering the treasure remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the journey itself, filled with discovery, perseverance, and the thrill of the unknown, is a treasure in its own right.